Hi, I'm Susanna Steers, owner of Moving Spirit Pilates in North Vancouver. Today I'd like to share a progression of exercises with new moms to help strengthen the upper back and free up the thorax a little bit. Oftentimes in the postpartum period, we focus a lot on what's happening in the pelvic floor and the abdominal wall, and those are absolutely important things to do. But sometimes when we focus on improving the conditions in the upper back and strengthening the upper back and freeing up the rib area, you'll find that it actually improves conditions in the trunk and actually makes it easier sometimes to get better access to the abdominal wall, to the pelvic floor, and to the deep system. So we're going to focus on the upper back and the freedom in the ribs today. Our first exercise is called supine breathing and Barbie arms. And we're going to do this over a pillow, just a long regular bed pillow. Place it long ways on the mat or whatever you're working on. And you want to sit with your buttocks right up against the back of the pillow. And you're going to walk your way down. You can use your hands on the way down and just roll one vertebra at a time until you're lying back over the pillow. You want to feel that your pelvis is wide, your low back is nice and wide at this end. So my tail is not on the pillow itself, it's off the edge. And at the top end, you want to feel like your neck is long. If with this regular bed pillow, if you feel like your neck is kind of crunched up like this, place a towel or a pillow under your head until your neck feels like it's a comfortable position. It will feel like you're in a mild arch in your back, but it shouldn't feel extreme. In this position, I just want you to breathe 4 times. Inhale into the chest and exhale, letting the body relax to the floor. Empty your seat. Breathe in, allowing a little air to move into the pelvis and move into the ribs. And exhale. The whole time you're melting the shoulders, you're melting the upper back. Breathe up into the sternum a little bit. Relax your bones into the pillow. Imagine you're just melting down into the floor. One more time, breathing in. And exhale. Then you're going to bring your hands in close to your body, elbows in long, fingertips to the ceiling. Let the flat sides of your shoulder blades just drop right down to the mat, a little bit like paperweights. And float your fingertips like helium balloons to the sky as those shoulder blades continue to drop. You don't want to feel much work at all in your armpit. Drop the shoulders. Feel the width of your back and imagine that the back of your heart is resting into the space between your shoulder blades. On an exhale, you're going to leave those shoulder blades dropped and float your hands overhead. Exhale. Keep long through your tail. Inhale, drop the shoulder blades again, floating your fingertips to come up. Each time, kind of finesse your way through it. Exhale back, open the back of the neck. Inhale, lengthen back up. Feeling the whole spine softening into the pillow. Exhale back. And soften the shoulder blades. Inhale up. Shouldn't feel like a lot of work in your chest. The collarbones are wide. One more time. Drop those shoulder blades. Feel the whole flat of the shoulder blade on the floor. A little bit of external rotation at the very top of the upper arm. And inhale to come back. And rest. For our next exercise, we're going to build some strength into the back of the shoulders and connect that to the strength of the upper back. So before we get started, I'd like to get you to picture the movement of the shoulder blades a little bit. Ideally, when we pick up the arms to the side, which is what we're going to be doing, you want to get a sense that the shoulder blades, they have a little bit of an action like this. And you want to feel like the shoulder blades can slide sort of down this way toward the center. It's not straight down in a hard pull. You don't want to feel a lot of armpit. You don't want to feel that they just squeeze together and kind of create back cleavage. And you don't want to get a sense that the shoulders come up around your neck. We want to find that superficial, and we have to finesse it a little bit, connect down the back, feel it move down lightly toward the center. When you connect really well, the arms will feel light. And that's the key to knowing whether you're getting it right or working on something else. If it feels like a struggle, if it feels like it's all up in your neck, stop, rearrange, play with it a little bit until you can find that connection in your upper back. So here we go. You're gonna lie on your front, forehead on a pad or a book or whatever feels comfortable, with your arms to the side. From here, we're gonna open the shoulder blades a little bit. Let the lower border of your shoulder blades slide across your back and down toward the center. And then we're gonna turn the arms so that the whole arm externally rotates till the thumbs are facing the ceiling. Keeping a sense of length in your body, reaching through the back of your neck, a little bit like a curious turtle reaching out of its shell. I want you to lift the arms up, feeling the shoulder blades slide down across the back just lightly to lift the arms. Each time connecting to the shoulder blades as the fingertips reach out to the side of the room. 2 more. And then from this position, if this feels good for you and you want to do some more, let's circle the arms back, feeling the connection of the back of the arm to the shoulder blade each time. The ribs are easy, your neck is long. Maybe 8, maybe 16, whatever feels like you've got the energy to do while it's working well. And then we'll place the arms back down on the mat. I'm going to show you another view from the back so you can see the shoulder blades move a little more easily. Once you got a sense of the shoulders connected to the back and the mid-back and the shoulder blades sliding down the back, then we can play with an exercise called puppy pose that leads into something like a downward dog. Start this one on all fours with the feet relaxed, the thigh bones right over top or right underneath your hips, and the back of the arm underneath the shoulders. Now we often used to kind of feel that working into the armpits. See if you can really get light and buoyant on your arms as if these are like a post and the back of the shoulder blades are behind you, the same way we worked through the last couple of exercises. Energy pressing into the hands, you got your pointer fingers straight ahead and the rest of the hand kind of fanned out. Feeling weight in the pads of the fingers as well as through the heel of the hand and the thumb and the fingers. Wide pubic bones, long spine. Really float the rings of the ribs right at the top of your head. And you're going to press into your hands, leaving the shoulder blades behind you. So as you get further back, if things are tight in the armpit, you may feel like this wants to happen. Let's only go back as far as we can go, maintaining that sense of space in the shoulder girdle and keeping that connection to the back body. Rings of my ribs are floating up past my ears. I'm keeping some energy in my hands with a little bit of external rotation in the upper arm. And reach back out like a curious turtle looking out of its shell. Connect to the back body. Connect wide through the core. The abdominal wall is active. Pubic bones are wide. Energy through the back of the arm, right into the mid-back. And energy right at the top of the head. Lean out through the top of the head to come back. Keep the back of the shoulders, the shoulder blades on your back. A little bit of external rotation right at the top of the upper arm, feeding into the shoulder blade. Elongate, create some space in the rings of your ribs. So you're going back flat, flat, flat like a table. And come on back up. To follow into our next one, we're going to lean back a little bit. Keep some energy through the palms of the hands and through those pads of the fingers. Wide across the front of the hips, almost as if you're on a trapeze. And the trapeze swoops the hips up, sit bones to the back of the room. You want to keep some breath and length in the rings of the ribs, lengthen the back of the neck, press the hands away, and keep the shoulder blades on your back, the same way we've worked so far. Pubic bones wide, hips hanging from the sky, sit bones hanging from the sky. Press the floor away, you don't have to straighten your legs. Long
long back of the ribs. You want to feel as long as possible in the armpits, or the whole side body from your hip right out through the hand is getting longer. Feel the bottom angle of the shoulder blade coming down toward the spine on a diagonal from my hands. Long and open. Breathe into the back of the bra line, elongate the back of the neck, and just keep working for that space in the thorax and in the shoulder girdle. When you've had enough, support your weight as you come down so you're not thumping out of it, and take a little rest if you need one.
I hope these exercises are useful for you as you connect to your back and your shoulders and your ribs, and maybe even give yourself a better connection through the deep core system. What I'd like to leave you with is, as you progress through your postpartum exercise plan, give yourself a little love. Recognize that your body's been through a whole heck of a lot, and you have time. You don't have to get it all right the first day. Give yourself an opportunity to ease into it. This is a recovery plan, it's a rehabilitation plan. It's not just diving into the full depth of whatever you could do before you got pregnant. So give yourself a little love, give yourself some credit for everything your body's been through over the last several months, and take some time to enjoy the new things that you find with yourself, with your body, and the baby and the family. Take care. Bye-bye.